Hello students, welcome again to this video lesson of lesson number 8 of social studies. Name of the lesson is sources of history and timelines. So before I start, I would like to tell you all, as I have been doing in the previous videos, that you have to be careful about this pandemic. Whenever you go out, you have to wear the mask, and in case if you are not going out, your parents are going out, tell them to wear the mask, and when they come, ask them to wash their hands, sanitize their hands. Please be very careful about it. Take care of yourselves and your parents as well. So now moving to the lesson. Yes, one more thing. The day before yesterday, I sent you a PDF of the notes, the one I told you to underline. So similarly, I will send the PDF of the previous lessons also, PDF of those underlined statements, so that you can write in your notebook. So now moving to the lesson. So in this lesson we have seen what is history, who are the historians, what is excavation, what are manuscripts, what are artifacts, what are monuments. All these things we have seen. So these manuscripts, artifacts and monuments, what are these? We have seen, we have completed up to here. Maybe today we will move further. So now what are these manuscripts, artifacts and monuments? These are sources. From all these sources, historians build up a picture about the people of a certain place from the past. People can know about the history by visiting a museum. So what it says, saying is, from these manuscripts, from the artifacts and the monuments, the historians, they build up a picture that about the people of a certain place from the past. For example, from the manuscripts, suppose you have got some diaries of a particular place. The diaries, the people of earlier times, of that particular time about which we are studying, they have written, they have mentioned those things. So by reading those diaries, that means from the manuscripts, and from the artifacts means, as you know, the objects that they used. From those objects also, by seeing those objects and analyzing those objects, and those monuments, you know that it can be a city also, and the building also. The building, it can be, suppose, a kind of building in which they live. By seeing that also, we can have, or the historians, they have a kind of picture in their mind about those people, how they lived, what was their society, how it looked like, by all these sources. When I say the sources, I mean the manuscripts, artifacts and monuments. So from all these sources, historians build up a picture about the past, about a certain place. And people can know about history by visiting a museum. You must have heard about the word, museum, what it means. So let us see. If we go to a museum, we come to know about past, we come to know about our history, simply. So what is a museum? Let us see. A museum is a building or a place where valuable objects of knowledge are kept. You can simply underline this sentence. A museum is a building or place where valuable objects of knowledge are kept. So what is a museum? A museum is a building or a place. A museum can be a building, but not necessarily a building. It can be a place also, where valuable objects of knowledge are kept. By saying the objects of knowledge, we mean, suppose these artifacts, obviously these artifacts, these manuscripts, if they are kept in that museum, and by seeing that we can, so it is a source of knowledge, and by seeing that we come to know about our past, or the people about the past. So simply, what is a museum? Museum is a building or a place where valuable objects of knowledge are kept. And what do we mean by valuable objects? We mean these manuscripts, artifacts. I hope you understand. You can also visit historical monuments to know about their history. We also visit historical monuments also. As is obviously the monuments, they cannot be kept in the museum because they are the buildings. So we go to the monuments to know about the history. We also go to historical monuments also. Now there is something written in the box. Let's do and learn. Talk to your mother or father and collect information about their school days. Make a list of the most important points shared by them. So this is a, you can say a thing to do, something to learn by yourself. And what it is saying is, you ask to your father or mother, or I would say grandmother or grandfather also, you ask them about the information in their school days, something interesting, and make a note of those important points that they share with you. Okay, now moving further, moving to the next page. Now we have timelines. What do we understand, or what do you understand when someone says the word timeline? So as the word suggests, timeline, as you can see in the book, it is a straight line, and it is showing these numbers. They are showing the time, they are showing the years, line and time. So timeline, I'm giving you a kind of hint of what is timeline. So now let us see what is given in the book. A timeline is a way of showing a list of events on a scale along with the dates when they occurred in the past. Simply underline it first. A timeline is a way of showing a list of events on a scale along with the dates when they occurred in the past. So what it is saying is, a timeline is a way of showing a list of events. What is timeline? It is a way of showing a list of events, not a particular event, but list of events on a scale. This is a scale. How we make a scale? It is a straight line in which we have given the numbers that denote the years from the earliest to the latest. So on this scale, what we try to show the events, the list of events that they occurred. I hope you understand. So a timeline is a way of showing a list of events on a scale along with the dates when they occurred in the past. It is like a scale leveled with events and dates. It is a kind of scale in which the dates are dates and also the events are labeled. Now moving further, in this way, a timeline gives an actual picture of events in an order. Suppose if I tell you that you make a timeline of events that occurred today. So what will you do? You will make this kind of a straight line, and in this one you will put the numbers. They will denote the time. So how we will write? At 6 o'clock, suppose you wake up at 6 o'clock, so you will write here 6 o'clock, then 7 o'clock, then 8 o'clock, then 9 o'clock, and similarly you will write the time that is at present. And in that you will represent, above you will write the events. At 6 o'clock I wake up, and at 7 o'clock I had my breakfast, and then I went for study, and etc. Whatever it is, you will label it. So it will give you an actual picture of events. So similarly, if you're talking about present, similarly if we talk about past, we talk about thousands of years back, we discuss those years and the events. So a timeline gives a actual picture of events in order. They are not at random, they are in order. Now moving further, the placing of events in an order from the earliest to the latest is called sequencing. So now what is sequencing? So the placing of events You can underline this one. The placing of events in an order from the earliest to the latest is known as sequencing. Suppose we have made a timeline, and when we place the events in their order from the earliest to the latest, this placing of events is called sequencing. I hope you have understood up to here. Now, we can make timelines for people around us. We can also make timelines for events that took place recently. But how will we write the years for events that happened a very long time ago? Just now I told you about you have to make a timeline of today. But suppose if you have to make a timeline of thousands of years back, how will you make? What will you write? So it is a question. So the answer to this question we will see in the next video. Till then, please go through the lesson as many times as you can do, and try to find out the meanings of the word that is given here. And if there is any difficulty for you, you can ask me. I will try to explain. If possible, I will try to make a separate video on that particular question. So now, that's all for today. I hope that you are studying honestly, seriously. Please write all the underlined sentences that I tell you in the video to underline. You must write in your notebooks. Till then, study well. Thank you.